it Friday. I'm stitching it my way. Just wanna be sitting with needles and knitting. Hello, hello, all my yarn lovers and fiber artists. That's right, it's time for another Finish It Friday. Yay! So, if you're a returning viewer, you know what Finish It Friday is in the crafting community, right? That's just show and tell in the crafting community. That's right. It's where I show you my latest FO finished object. And because I am visually impaired, I do like to use my words to describe it and include other people out there who might be visually impaired as well. So if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for choosing to come back, hang out, and spend a little bit of your day with me. And thank you for your patience while I briefly introduce myself to anybody who might be new to my channel. Hi, my name is May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies, and I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, and completely colorblind. So I mostly knit and crochet by feel. And well, today I do want to say also a huge thank you to your patience, to my returning viewers, because you know, for the last week or so, we've been doing some kind of different stuff with the holidays, right? Starting with my Tackle It Tuesday last week, you know, family, all that. Really appreciate you having the opportunity to get to share in some of that. I really want to make the most of my time with, you know, my family that I had. So grateful to all of y'all who stuck around. So get your beverage, get your project, come on in. Say hello in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from, and let us know what your latest FO finished object or hey, finished project is, because, well, with the holiday season, some of y'all like me may have not had much time for crafting, right? I have not had much time for crafting in the last week, and as much as I love knitting, y'all, it's a slow journey compared to crochet. Let me just tell you, our first finished object, the the Easy Crochet fan trimmed cotton Christmas doily, a free YouTube tutorial by Glenda over at Creative Grandma. I whipped this thing up in an evening, okay? Knitting, man. Ooh, I still got knitting stuff on the needles, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's taking forever. So this is definitely easy and fun. You can make it in a few hours if you have access to the YouTube tutorial. You can make it in the car during your holiday travels, if you're not driving, of course, right? And bring it over to somebody's house as a hostess gift. It's beautiful, it's fun. So let's talk about their project. But if it is the holiday season, you guys, I know we don't have much time for crafting, right? Literally could be working on your projects in the car. So if your latest finished project is, hey, I just made a batch of fudge, that's okay. You can shout that out in the comment section. If you haven't had crafted all week, touched your needles and your hooks and your yarn, it's totally okay. If you're like, I baked cookies this week, that's a finished project. If you decorated your Christmas tree, that's a finished project, right? Maybe you cleaned up your guest bedroom, getting ready for company, whatever. Whatever your latest finished object or finished project is, we want to help you celebrate your accomplishments. So feel free to shout those out. Okay, so back to this Easy Crochet fan trim Christmas doily by Glenda. First of all, a huge shout out and thank you to Glenda over at Creative Grandma for providing us with these free YouTube tutorials, right? That's amazing. Free patterns, free tutorials. I think she does have a lot of her patterns that you can pay for and purchase as well. So I shouldn't say free patterns, because the patterns aren't necessarily for free if you want a written copy, but the YouTube tutorials are. So now she made hers with the Premier Home Cotton, a number 4 cotton, which is, you know, a 85% cotton, 15% polyester blend, and I believe she used a 5.5 millimeter hook. Now, I did a whole yarn review on the Premier Home Cotton, and I did use it for, like I showed you, the red placemat last Finish It Friday that I made by Crystal from Bag O' Day, and I find the Premier Home Cotton so challenging to crochet with that I try to avoid crocheting with it when I can. And so just like with those placemats, I decided to make the majority of my placemats with the Knit Picks We Crochet Animation, a DK weight 100% mercerized cotton. And well, I did the exact same thing for this doily. Okay, it's a doily, so you know you can use a worsted weight cotton. And if you're like me and you struggle to work with the really fine number 3 or number 10 crochet threads, because I am visually impaired and crochet by feel, and so working with those fine threads on those tiny hooks like a 2.75 millimeter hook is super challenging for me. So instead I went with this number 3 DK weight mercerized cotton. This is what it looks like from Knit Picks and We Crochet. It is, because it's DK weight, I used a 4.25 millimeter hook on mine, and I think it came out beautiful. Obviously it's going to be smaller, right? Hers with the worsted weight home cotton is obviously larger, so do keep that in mind. If you're looking for a larger centerpiece, then you probably do want to go with the worsted weight cotton. But if you're okay with just having like maybe something for a coffee table or an end table, or next to the bed or something like that, then this DK weight one is probably fine. This is the size of your strands on this. I love crocheting with this because I feel like for a lot of your doilies and stuff, the number 4 cottons are just a little bit too bulky for when you want that fine lacy look. But at the same time, I really struggle with the number 3 and number 10 crochet thread. So I find this number 3 animation mercerized cotton from Knit Picks and We Crochet perfect for crocheting with, especially on the 4.25 millimeter hook. And I'm just going to tell you, it doesn't split. Okay, that was my big issue with the Premier Home Cotton. It splits like crazy. I showed that on those placemats. I did a whole review on that, and I show you how much it split. Well, not once did this mercerized cotton split on me at all. It's smooth, it's fast. If you're fighting with cotton that splits, and it takes you so much longer, right? Versus this, it was just completely smooth. So Glenda's tutorial is amazing. She does beautiful tutorials. They're easy to follow. This is literally, I think it's like 11 rounds, you guys. So you really can do it in an evening. It's not hard for the most part. I'm going to tell you the most challenging part of this is round 2, okay? Round 2, we got to put these petals on our flower, right? Round 1, you just got your double crochets and your chains. Round 2, we got to put these petals in here. And so these are triple or treble crochet clusters, right? Where you work the first part of the triple and then you leave the last part on, and you do it 3 times, and then you pull through also, by the time you get done, you got, I don't know, like 5 loops or something that you're dealing with, 4 loops. And so that can be a little bit challenging, especially for me. I crochet by feel. Now I do have a full little stitch tutorial on my channel on how to triple or treble crochet by feel. And so I used that same technique when I did these triple or treble crochet clusters, if you wanted to learn how I do a triple crochet by feel. So that is by far the most challenging part of this pattern, is the triple or treble crochet clusters to get these petals, but they're well worth it. There's only 9 of them. It's only 1 round. It's not too hard. It just takes a little patience. I did have to kind of, fiddle with the stitches and redo a couple of them a few times, but if you can get past round 2, the rest of it really is very easy to do. Except for the flowers here, right? The triple treble clusters. The rest of it really is very easy and beginner friendly. If you're brand new to crochet, probably wouldn't try this yet, but who knows? Maybe you might want to. If you got the patience, you might want to. But if you can get past that round, then it really is pretty smooth sailing, pretty fast, pretty easy, pretty fun. So this is beautiful. I'm super excited. I can put this on my table if I want for a centerpiece. I could just put it on one of my coffee tables. You could easily just use it for like a vase, right? To put some flowers on, your coffee cup, any kind of little holiday decor is gonna look really, really beautiful centered on this. And she showed 2 different versions. I think she's got one that's this red and white, and then one that's red and white with a little bit of green. And you guys just know that I love that animation in the Douglas fir. So yes, I did choose to do the white. And then the red that I showed you is called pomegranate. And then I did just do one little round of the Douglas fir here at the top. I thought that looked really cute on the top there. So we did, we did the white in the center, and I did my petals. If you're visually impaired, I did do my petals in the pomegranate and the red. Then I went back to this white. I thought it kind of looked like maybe a poinsettia in the snow, right, or something, where you've got this beautiful kind of like background of snow with this red flower petals sticking out. And then another round of like these petals. These are double crochet clusters, and then maybe like a little bit of greenery in the background. So I did the Douglas fir there. And then the white trim, really that contrast, so beautiful together, really makes it pop. So if you want to do this in 2 colors like she did, you could absolutely just do this in white and red. If you want to do it in 3 colors, you can do the white, red, and a little bit of the green on there. I love it. Red, white, and green, all things Christmas. So, so beautiful. Fast, fun, easy. If you just want to add a little bit of extra touch to your home, like maybe it's, the 22nd and you got all your gift wrapping done and you're ready for the holidays, and like, hey, this end table would look so nice with a little doily on it. You can crank this out, give it as a gift. It'd be great for a gift exchange at work or church or something. If you're doing a gift exchange at church or work, this would be a beautiful, beautiful little gift for somebody. It doesn't take long at all. So that's the first FO finished object. Use the white, use the pomegranate for the red, and you saw the Douglas fir last week for the placements. And this is a very, very affordable cotton too, right? It's very affordable. Machine wash, love, love, love it. So our next finished object it's all crochet this week, y'all, because crochet is just faster. Is our little snow person. That's right, it's a snow person I worked with y'all up on Wednesday. This is a free pattern from Paint Box Yarn. This is from the Festive Friends collection. So a huge shout out and thank you to Paint Box Yarns for their free patterns. The Festive Friends collection from Paint Box has 4 little friends here. We got the snowman, we got the teddy bear, we got the reindeer, and we got Santa. Yay! These are adorable, and like I said, a huge thank you to Paint Box Yarns. I love getting free patterns, love being able to support yarn companies, and like I said, for me, somebody who crochets like feel, working with that 4 weight yarn, their cotton Aran, and I believe they wanted me to use a 3.25 millimeter hook. That wasn't gonna happen for me, okay? Plus I didn't have that yarn in the house, and I really wanted to get Frosty done. Now they call theirs Mel the Snowman, probably because, Frosty's trademark, but we're calling mine Frosty, because I love, love, love me some Frosty the Snowman. By the way, if you missed Frosty the Snowman on the 4th, guess what? There's still time for you to crochet up this adorable plushy Frosty and then watch Frosty the Snowman on Tuesday the 9th. It's gonna be on NBC again. So hey, make you or your grandchildren or your children a plushy Frosty and hang out with them and watch Frosty the Snowman on Tuesday the 9th. I love Frosty the Snowman. So love, love, love that. So because I didn't use their yarn, I wanted to do it in a number 6 super bulky. I used the Premier Yarn Parfait Glitz, which is one of those polyester chenille yarns. It's a 6 super bulky, and I used a 6 millimeter crochet hook on it. This is in the Cardinal, the red, which is so beautiful, and that is what I used to do up his little scarf with. I used the white for the body, and then I used the Cardinal for the scarf. I used the black for the hat and the buttons, and then I did the same thing. Instead of doing safety eyes, I went ahead and did the exact same thing for the buttons for the eyes. And then for the nose, I really don't have much orange in the house. I did not have Parfait Glitz really in the orange. But if you remember, right, I did a tweed pumpkin in the Knit Pick Fleet Crochet Bravo worsted pumpkin bread. And I thought, you know what? That tweed, that orange with the white would make an adorable nose, like he's got his carrot nose with a little bit of fresh snow on it. Like, this is so fun with the Parfait Glitz with the sparkle. It really looks like fresh fallen snow, right? In with like a little bit of moonlight on it, or light glistening off of it. So I love the idea of giving the snow on Frosty a little bit of glisten, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shine, and then even using the tweed pumpkin bread for the nose. We got a little bit of the white, and I did use, I think, my 4mm hook on that just to keep it to scale. Oh, and the arms. I also didn't have the parfait chunky in the brown. Now I did have the honey bunny from Hobby. Probably could have used that. But you know what? Frosty arms are usually just like little sticks, you know, from the yard or something, little twigs. They're kind of thinner anyway. So I went ahead and used the Knit Picks We Crochet Brava Chunky #5 in the color brindle, kind of a brownish red, and used a 5mm hook on those. So that's kind of the fun of these plushies too, is, you know, for the accessories, right? We can really scrap bust. We can do some scrap busting. So it's a great way to use up those scraps. So the nose was leftover tweed pumpkin bread from my tweed pumpkin, and this brindle in the chunky for the stick arms was the brindle that was left over from my Victorian star blanket, but also designed by Glenda over at Creative Grandma. You see that on the headboard in the other room. So huge shout out to Paintbox Yarns for this free pattern. So fun, so easy to follow. I do feel very badly that I did not use any of their yarn to make their free pattern. So I did say Webb's, America's Yarn Store, sells a lot of Paintbox yarns. They have cottons, acrylics, and they seem like really affordable, accessible yarns that a lot of people, you know, on a tight budget could still afford. And Webb's puts their yarns on sale a lot. And so I have placed an order just to support Paintbox Yarns, right? I have never used their yarn before, but I want to support a company that gives us free patterns. So I did place an order of Paintbox Yarns from Webb's. It's not in the house yet. I will do an unboxing of that. We will go over it, and hopefully next year we'll get to use it and try out some of their yarn. Because they have beautiful, they have really affordable cottons and acrylics. So I know I get some, I believe I might have some of their acrylic in the house, actually, in the DK weight. And I do believe I have some of their cotton on order. And then I may have even ordered up some of their ombre acrylic as well. I can't remember for sure, because I really did. I was like, I need to be buying Paintbox yarn to show them some love. I do think they have a #5 chunky acrylic. And if I had some of that in the house, I would have definitely used that. And the #5 chunky, I could use the 5mm hook and made up this snow person. And then I would have felt, you know, less guilty about using free patterns and different yarn companies' yarns. But got an order coming. So this pattern is super easy to follow. You start at the top. It's just your typical, you know, crochet amigurumi, and around you start at your top. You do your increases, make your head. And this is, by the way, you know, the body itself is one piece, no sew. Now, obviously, we have to sew the arms, the hat, the eyes, the nose, the scarf. All of his accessories are separate, and then you got to sew them on. I'm terrible at sewing. I'm not good at amigurumi. We all know it's not my strength, which is why I chose to do the snow person. And I really want to do the reindeer, but I'm a little worried how it's going to turn out because I'm so bad at sewing, right? I'm like, oh my goodness, if I have to sew on the arms and stuff, might not look the cutest. So don't know that I'll try that this year, but I do feel good that I'm continuing to try my hand at amigurumi, even though I'm not good at it. I feel okay doing a snow person because he might be melting, right? He might be in a state of melting. And so if he's a little lumpy, if he's a little misshapen, it's totally gonna be okay, right? It's totally fine because he's a snow person and he's melting. So I'm super excited to have Frosty join me this week to watch Frosty the Snowman with. So say hello in the comment section. Let me know what you think about both of these patterns. They're both free. Let me know if you're going to make them now, if you're interested in doing Glenda's Easy Crochet Cotton Fan Doily, or if you're going to check out the Paintbox Festive Friends. And let me know if you've purchased Paintbox yarns before. What do you think of their yarns? And have you used it? If you have it in the house and you're able to crochet with those finer hooks in an amigurumi, please do support the company. I do think they might be in the UK because they do include the UK terms in their pattern. So do be, I'm pretty sure that they do anyway. So do be mindful of that. as well, right? UK term single crochet, what we call single crochet, they call it double crochet, all of that. So, but these patterns are adorable, and maybe next year we will make the bear or the reindeer or something. I want to say I'm going to get another one done this year. Realistically, I'm probably not, because I feel really behind on my holiday and Christmas makes. So anyways, let me know if you're gonna make these patterns. Let me know how if you celebrate the holidays. I do, so I say Merry Christmas. I celebrate Christmas, love Christmas. So if you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever holiday you celebrate, or maybe none at all, then Happy December to you, right? But let me know how your holiday prep is going. If you're doing baking, if you're doing decorating, if you're doing projects, let us all know what you have on the needles and the hooks for your December. Alrighty, my friends. Well, thank you so much for listening, right? We got a bunch of quick crochet this week. Paint Box Yarns, Festive Friends, Glenda's Doily. So thank you so much for listening. And I'm just wishing you the best weekend. Let us know what you're doing for the weekend, what your plans are. You know me, I'm gonna be watching some college hockey. That's right. I think this Friday and Saturday is the last college hockey until January, I'm pretty sure, for me. So I'm definitely gonna be enjoying that. But let us know what you're doing. Let us know if you're traveling. Let us know if you're crafting. Let us know if you're just prepping and cleaning for the holidays, doing some baking. Alrighty, well, thank you for listening, and until next time, happy stitching. Bye for now. I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I'm a hungry bear. Let's put our little friend up here, huh? He can hang out with us up here now. He can join the party. Yay, Frosty! We love you. Okay, maybe he's gonna stand up. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to stand up and join the party. Maybe he got into the eggnog and he's going to get a doily. We don't know. Okay. Yay!
Button. Here is my beautiful, easy, fan-trimmed cotton Christmas doily on my dining room table. It looks so beautiful. It's going to make a beautiful centerpiece. And I'm going to do my very best to include the link to the free YouTube tutorial to Glenda's YouTube page so you too can make it, and also a link to the Festive Friends patterns as well. So let me know in the comment section if you made either one of these.
Stop. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to add PS, right? I'm going to add some bonus clips at the end. One, I decided to use the big box of polyfill from Amazon. It's like 6.5 pounds of polyfill. I thought it was going to be the vacuum packed and it was really going to puff up. It didn't that much, but I did open it. So if you're wanting to see, it does puff up a little bit. I'll try to include that if I remember at the end. And then also, we got snow this week. Now, of course, we did get a little bit of snow on the 26th of November. So glad that melted so my parents could get in and out of here without snow. So now the snow is here and it looks beautiful. It's only about 1 inch, 2 inches of snow that we have here right now. And it is probably, by the time that you watch this on Friday, it'll actually be melted, because we're going to have rain Thursday night into Friday, and then Friday it's going to rain and get back up into the 40s. But we've been in 20s and the 30s Fahrenheit, like 32, 33. So perfect snow conditions. But then I'm okay with it warming back up into the 40s too. I'm good with that, but I know some people love to see the snow. It looks beautiful out here with all the pine trees out here and stuff. It looks just beautiful. So I will try to, if I remember, get that into the editing app, put those together so y'all can see the snow. It is beginning to look like Christmas here. It is. And it looks beautiful. With my lights, my decor, I'm ready for the snow. Okay, bye-bye for now.
Button. Double tap to activate.
We're getting snow out here. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty out here. And this is not our first snow of the season. We had our first snow on November 26th. It melted. I'm very grateful for that. so that all of the Thanksgiving holiday travelers, including my parents, could get where they were going before the snow came. But it's so pretty.
Stop recording button. Double tap button.
Finally decided to get the big box of polyfill, y'all. And we're going to open up our 6.5 pound box of polyfill that I ordered off of Amazon. This stuff is supposed to be like vacuum packed, and so, you know, it's supposed to expand quite a bit. So we're going to see what happens when we open this thing up. Don't know. Want to use it for my plushies. Been making lots of fun stuff, and finally realized that this was definitely going to be the better deal. Oh my, oh my. Kind of nervous about opening this, you guys. I don't know. I think they say it really expands. I don't know that it's totally vacuum packed. I think it's just packed in there. So that's good. At least it's not going to be like super expansive, I don't think. I might have to put the camera down for a minute to get this bag open, because it really is, it's taped and tied good. OMG. All right, hang on.
Pause.
Oh, there it is. You can hear it now.
System sound volume set to 0%.
You can hear the air going into it. Can you hear it? You can hear it. I have to figure out how to get that tie off the bag one-handed while I hold the camera. Oh, let's see. Sorry, it's kind of dark and shadowy in here. Let's see if I can get that tie off of there, so our polyfill can really do its thing. Oh my goodness. It might get bigger than the box, y'all. OMG. Look at this thing. It's really blowing up. Might have to cut this plastic in a minute if I can't figure out how to untie it. Wow. It does expand quite a bit, for sure. Alrighty, so now we can have a lot of fun, you guys. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. We got lots of filling now to make lots of plushies. Very nice. Very nice. So it's not like totally vacuum packed where it's going to get huge, but it definitely outgrows its box quite a bit. So just, you know, take note of that. It's still expanding too. So I don't know how much bigger than the box it's going to get, but it's definitely still expanding. So take note of that when it comes to storing this thing. You know, it's going to take, once you open the box, it's going to need more room unless you are planning on filling a bunch of plushies, you know, right as you open it. So keep that in mind. Probably not for people who have really, really limited space, but thought some people might think that was fun to see the big box. And I did just get this off of Amazon. So, alrighty.
Stop.